It is not every day you get to hang out with a World Series champion. That is how we roll on MLB Central on a Friday. Hello to you with Robert Flores and Mark DeRosa. I'm Lauren Shahadi. We're thrilled to be joined by Ryan Zimmerman. Good morning, Ryan. How are you?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
We're doing well and better now that you're with us, trying scary, unprecedented times. And you and your wife, Heather, are doing your part to give back, launching Pros for Heroes Fund, supporting healthcare workers on the front line. You guys kicked it off with a $100,000 donation. It's up to almost $300,000. Good on you. Tell me how this all came to be.
Yeah, I mean, Heather and I have some good friends in Virginia here that, our kids play together. And, we used to go out to dinners together when you were allowed to go out to dinner. And, one of the husband's actually a doctor. And, we were sitting around wondering what we could do to help. So I gave him a call. And, it started with meals. So last weekend, Heather and I, for Easter weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night, had meals there for a lot of the ICU doctors and nurses. When they got off their shift at 7, they got to take a meal for themselves, but also for every member of their family too. So they got to take those home, have a dinner without having to cook or clean up dishes or do anything like that. And honestly, that's how it started. And then from there, we were kind of like, how could we, get some legs on this thing? And we decided to kind of, like you said, launch the Pros for Heroes and sort of challenge all the athletes in the DC area to jump on board. And, since then, like you said, we're up to like $280,000. And I think give or take 30 athletes have kind of donated. John Wall came on this morning. Nicholas Backstrom was one of the first ones to come. We're about to talk to a lot of the DC United guys today. So it's been pretty cool to see everyone come together and, donate money for a good cause. Because these healthcare workers, man, they're going through it. They're there all day, and it's scary times for them.
Hey, Ryan, you guys recently had a video conference call of you and your teammates and some former teammates getting together for a watch party of Game 7 of the 2019 World Series. What was that experience like, and how did Brian Dozier end up shirtless in the call?
He's always shirtless.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the easiest question you'll ask me all day.
Right.
That's how. The better question would be, how did Brian show up with a shirt on? So Dan Kolko and I, who does the pre and post games for Masson, we watched the last 2 or 3 innings of Game 4 of the championship series together. So the last 2 or 3 innings of the Cardinals game, and after that we got such great response and so many people watched it. I was kind of like, well, why don't we plan on doing Game 7 together, and I'll try and get as many of the guys to come on, and we can have a couple drinks and talk about it. And more importantly, we can stream it live and let the fans kind of enjoy it with us. Because, we haven't really had our opening day or been able to raise a banner or let the fans, see us get our rings. We haven't been able to share anything with the fans from last year yet. So it was kind of a way to get everyone together and kind of reminisce about one of the most, if not the best sporting moments in all of our lives, and then let the fans experience it with us. So we had a great time with it.
Zim, I'm going to hit you with a little two-parter right here, because during the World Series I talked to you, there was no leverage, man. You didn't want to see what was out there. So obviously DC and wearing that Nationals jersey and retiring a National means that much to you. That's my first question. Secondly, if it means that much to you and living in the DC area, when it's over, have you ever thought to run for office?
Good one.
So 2-pronged question. Obviously, leverage. Everyone said, what are you doing? You have no leverage as a free agency. I said, I'm a 35-year-old first baseman that doesn't really, whatever my WAR numbers are, they aren't high enough. I said, I don't have any leverage anyway, so it doesn't really matter what I say. But as far as running for office, I don't know, man. I feel like politics is way harder than hitting a DeGrom fastball. So I don't know if I could handle that. And I think Heather would kill me. She's about ready for me to be home for a little while, not be gone more than I was during baseball. But no, I mean, I think going back to the fun and like you said, being in DC my whole career, this has been something fun for us to do, and it's really exploded, and we've raised so much money. It's different than any other philanthropic kind of outreach we've done, because you want to raise the money, but then get it out the door as quick as you can, because they need this money now. So, yesterday we've raised so much money. It started with meals, and now yesterday we gave Innova Fairfax Hospital $100,000 basically to do PPE equipment. So, I mean, we launched this just looking to feed some people and help them out at home, and take some weight off their shoulders with their family responsibilities. And now, we're donating $100,000 for masks and protective equipment. So it's been a pretty cool week for us.
Ryan, with all that as the context, you touched on it earlier that you and your team and the fans, the organization, really haven't had your moment to raise the banner, to get those rings and have that ceremony and be celebrated. How difficult is that in light of everything that we are currently experiencing?
Yeah, it's, I think a lot of us talked about, we were looking forward to that home opening day, being the World Series champs. And I think, I don't want to say bringing closure, but celebrating with the fan base. I think, you win in Houston, obviously you have the parade, you have the whole 2 weeks of, going out and having fun and seeing people around the city. And then then it's the off season. Then everyone goes home. Then you come out to spring training and you're really ramping up and kind of getting ready for the season. Last year was last year, and you can obviously enjoy it, but you have to get ready to prepare and try and do it again. I think that home opener, that home, that first home series was going to be that celebration that we could share with the fan base and with the city and finally all be together again. So a bunch of us were pretty bummed out about not being able to do that. And obviously, like you said, I think there's more important things happening in the world right now, and health and safety and all that is obviously more important than baseball. But we all can't wait to share that with our fans, and we look forward to it.
Zim, you're a guy that, at least for me playing with you, we kind of had a lot of moving parts in our swing. You got the high leg kick, you got a lot going on. You kind of need spring training and those at bats to get on time. Now you shut all that down. What are you doing? Are you hitting?
I can't do much baseball stuff. I think I have a pretty good setup in the basement as far as being able to work out. Been crushing the Peloton bike. It's I got to do something, man. It's every morning I try and do something at least 5 or 6 days out of the week. I mean, Heather is, we have another baby coming in June, so she's basically 8 months pregnant, and we got a 6 and a 3-year-old. So we're in it just like everyone else. And I try and sneak down there for about an hour every day and get something in. But it's it's tough, man. A lot of guys, we don't have access to any baseball facilities, so it's just more staying in shape. And when they say, here we go, we got to do our best to get ready to play.
All right, we can't let you go without a little rapid fire action. Which teammate took the World Series celebration a little too far? Can you name one?
A little too far. I'll give Max.
Alexander Ovechkin.
Yeah. I mean, the hockey guys are different. That's a different animal. It was also like the summer when they did it, so the weather was a little bit better for them.
Right.
But Max was pretty good. I took a night or two off every now and then. I don't know if Max took a night off until like December.
I love it. The first text you got after winning the World Series was from who, Ryan?
I mean, you have so many text messages. So my dad and Heather were in Houston. My mom couldn't get there, and then the girls were at home. So first text, I had a bunch of texts. I'll say me and my dad FaceTime my mom on the field before I even went back in and saw my phone. So I guess I'll say we FaceTime my mom first, because that's more important.
Of course it is. Always mama. If you could change places, meaning skill sets, with one of your teammates, who would it be?
Ooh, interesting.
It's definitely a position player, because I'd never want to be a pitcher. Trey Turner.
Yeah?
Trey Turner. I'd love to be fast. It'd be cool to be fast. And he can hit like 20-some homers a year. So, why not? I mean, to get like 30 extra infield hits a year,
why not?
Way easier to hit 300 that way.
What'd you have for breakfast?
Overnight oats with some blueberries and some honey and cinnamon on top.
There you go.
I love it.
What's the coolest thing in the bookshelf behind you?
Ooh.
Oh man, coolest thing in the bookshelf. The champagne bottle from the World Series is pretty sweet. That's obviously the best. Silver Sluggers and Gold Gloves, and the Clemente Awards are pretty cool too.
That is a good one. That's a good
All
one.
of it. What a year for you. What a year for the Nationals. I'm sure, Ryan, you will be watching MLB Network on Saturday starting at 10 a.m. You can relive the Nats' epic postseason run starting at 10 a.m. It is play ball with Howie Kendrick and Harold Reynolds all the way through at 8 o'clock Eastern time. You can watch that epic Game 7. Also, one more programming note, Ryan Dempster, a staple on MLB Central. Catch him tonight on the Marquee Sports Network, 6:30 Eastern, Off the Mound with Ryan Dempster. The episode features Mike Trout and Anthony Rizzo. Ryan, thanks so much for being with us. If people want to give back and help your cause, how can they do that before we go?
Yeah, it's prosforheroes.org is the GoFundMe page set up right there. It kind of explains the mission. And then I still don't have any social media, but I'm getting closer. But yeah, all the Pros for Hero, there's Instagram, there's Twitter. I've had a lot of help from my agency and Heather trying to teach an old guy how to use that stuff. But it's been fun to connect with everybody. But yeah, prosforheroes.org. And like I've told everyone, we've had over 1,200 people donate. So, a $5 donation, $10 donation. I mean, a mask costs $1. So just think of it. If you give $5, you give 5 doctors or nurses a mask, and that could help, prevent them from getting infected. So every little bit counts. So thanks for having me on. And yeah, we look forward to getting back to baseball soon.
We look forward to
Ryan,
watching you on the field.
Ryan, you're going to love social media once you get on it. You are going to love it.
Yeah, that's what
It's
everyone's
warm
saying.
and fuzzy.
You've gone from 0 to now doing all this. They're like, you gotta break down and get one. I said, I don't know if I can do it.
Ryan Zimmerman, thanks so much for joining us and on MLB Central Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. MLB Central, Twitter, Instagram. Find us. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe and take care.
All right. Thanks for having me.